Hello everyone, this is Mike Micaityl, and welcome to Easter Monday Higurashi. Yes, that's why I still have the ears on. Easter Monday! Not a furry.
Morning, Keiichi. My, what time did you go to sleep?
I did... Oh, is it... Okay, okay, I was just checking if my microphone was down. It didn't feel down. I did not sleep well last night at all. Mother could tell from a single glance. I had the worst dreams. Nightmares. Very ominous dreams. One after the other. Again and again. I woke up in after each one, but could never even remember a fraction what they'd been about. But it was like those dreams were predicting something unpleasant, and I woke up in a terrible mood. Hey now. Every day has been calm and fun before today, right? Those days should continue on, unchanging. And yet, anxiety was the only emotion growing within me. Me too. Why was that? Nightmares reflect your own anxiety. They show an uneasy mind that which you won't admit to normally. Yesterday, I remembered the ominous conversations about Satoshi I had with Shion, Mion, and Runa. Right. My mind felt like it was in a black fog, because we had talked about that. If I lived every day without causing a fuss, my reward would be more peaceful days. I understood that. So why did I cause such discord? But now that I thought about it calmly, a simple verbal slip on my part couldn't possibly change the world. Yeah, as long as I'm sorry for doing it and never talk about it again, there's nothing that anyone could blame me for, right? Besides, how would my fate possibly change just because I talked about that? Nothing was going to change. Yeah, nothing would change. Nothing would change. Nothing would change. Something will change, Keiichi. You're an idiot. That's why things will change. That's a creepy smile. If you still half asleep, then go wash your face. I finally cheered up enough to smile, and Mom slapped me right back down. Now I was irritated again. There wasn't much time left before I had to meet up with Runa. I frantically started to get ready to go to school.
Have a good day. Watch out for cars.
There's barely any cars to watch out for. And Himizawa anyway. Remember in Okinakushiki where you're almost hit by a car? Maybe that was a hallucination. I'm not for sure. I'm not confirming anything, but it might have been a hallucination. I dashed out the front door. The morning air was far more refreshing than the water on my face. That's right, Keiichi Maibara. If you're sorry enough about it and reflect on your own mistakes, that's enough. Now pull yourself together and get to school. You fucked up and now you gotta... Okay, I should keep on reading. And return to fun, enjoyable days. Like that's gonna happen. This is Higurashi, where everyone laughs, plays, and just has a good time. I'll be nice to Satoko and has an apology too. Yeah, wasn't I supposed to be her Nini until Satoshi got back? Good morning, Keiichi-kun. Runa 2 looked nothing like she said yesterday when she said that weird stuff. If I could only forget, then I could still act like nothing happened. So I called out to her with all the energy I could muster. Hey! Morning, Runa! Early as usual today. Everything seems to be normal. Morning!
Good morning.
There was little time before the same old morning homeroom began, but Satoko and Rika-chan were unusually absent. Maybe they went to play somewhere. However, looking over and seeing none of their things, so it looked like they really hadn't come to school. They're almost never late. Runa seemed to be enjoying herself, thinking about what their excuse for being late would be. Mion said something nonsensical as well, imagining how funny the reason they were late last night. Okay. Mion said something nonsensical as well, imagining how funny the reason they were late must have been. I've only come to school to see their interjected faces, since I figured out it would get rid of these feelings I had. But the load on my chest remained where it was. It wasn't very pleasant at all. Ah, God. Ah. I get scared whenever I see her animation now because she never had one until now. So I get scared whenever I see it. Good morning, everyone. President, if you would. Everybody stand up! Our teacher finally arrived. Then finally, I heard the pitter-patter of footsteps running down the hall. Clatter. Rika-chan was the first to run through the open door. And then Satoko didn't come. You're late, Fruity-san. Where's Hojo-san? It was unusual for Rika-chan to be late, but equally unusual for Satoko, a ball of energy, to be absent at all. Everyone's eyes were wide at the series of strange events. Satoko might be a little bit late. Had she come down with something? The teacher walked over to Rika-chan and they started talking in hushed tones. Rika-chan is late and Satoko is absent. I guess crazy things can happen. You're right. But oh gosh. It's kind of paining to know what happens now. I should have read before I watched the anime. Now I know what's going to happen. Damn it. Damn it, I ruined it for myself. I ruined Higurashi. I still enjoy the visual novel, so let's continue on. Everything fell off my head. Hold up. Oh, my rabbit ears went away. Damn you, rabbit ears. Rabbit ears, no! No! Ah! They attacked me! Is she sick? Why now? When I most wanted to see Satoko's energetic face. The unease that had been building since last night tightened within my chest. Kei-chan, you worry too much. Sometimes girls our age can't help but stay homesick. B-chan, you're not supposed to say that around boys. Mian laughed indecently. Normally I will laugh along with her, but right now, I didn't feel like it. Okay, I'm taking these off. And I'm putting them back on. What the? Okay, God. Okay. Homeroom ended, and we went to talk to Rika-chan in the short time we had before the first period started. Hey, Rika-chan. You look sad. So very sad when getting yelled at for being late. I'll make sure to pet you today. I was very well in my gloom this morning, so I strove to keep my tone cheerful. I petted Rika-chan's head the same way as she always did, but she didn't cheer up at all. Meep. What happened to Satoko? Did she get sick? For instance, she got a fever for playing around too much yesterday. If that had been her response, I would have accepted it in a flash. But the atmosphere around Rika-chan felt somehow heavy. It was a little weird, and actually made my unease worse. Hey, come on! There's certain things she can't talk to boys about. Kei-chan, back to your seat. Mion, acting like club president, pulled me back to my chair. Rika-chan's gaze immediately fell back to her desk as she hung her head gloomily. Rika-chan had something odd. Rika-chan had said something odd, that Satoko might be a little late. They were living together, weren't they? And she would have known for sure. She wouldn't have said might. I didn't understand why she was absent, and that made me all more anxious. Damn it! What's going on today? It's like we started at the wrong foot, and it wasn't going to get any better. What's the matter, Keiichi-kun? You seem pretty down this morning. Rena noticed how I looked and whispered to me while the teacher wasn't looking. Do I really seem that way? Yeah. Even Rena is starting to feel down from just looking at you. I thought about jokingly saying, then don't look at me, but I didn't feel like doing that. Is this something you could tell Rena? I don't know what you're worried about, but if I can help, then you could tell me, okay? I won't tease you. Rena said this, looking at me straight in the eye. Until yesterday. Nothing strange had happened, and it was a lot of fun. Huh? Rena's eyes widened for a moment, but from understanding what I meant, she remained silent and listened. It was peaceful and fun. Every day was lively. I never thought I never had any doubt that things would stay that way forever. Yeah, you're right. Every day is fun. I'm sure today will be too. You sure? How do you know? Well... Rena, feeling perplexed, couldn't think of something to say. I didn't blame her. What I was trying to say seemed a little confusing, even to me. When I think about it, I've been anxious lately. Like maybe, since everything is fun, one day, all of a sudden, it'll get really dark, like a light bulb that just turned off. Yeah, Rena kinda understands how you feel. Rena nodded gently. We've always been taught that it wouldn't be... Oh, wait, is that Rena or Keiichi? We've always been taught that it wouldn't only be good things happening to us. Sometimes I'm scared of what's going on behind the fun. It's a little bit sad, but because of that, we learn how to do our best and make sure the fun never stops. I see. So is that a bad thing you think our fun lives might not go on forever, Keiichi-kun? Kinda like it suddenly turns... Like if there was a volcanic eruption tomorrow and everyone died. Hey, wait! That's terrible! If you were the only one who survived the catastrophe... If you were the only one who survived the catastrophe, Keiichi-kun, how would you feel? Winner! Oh, if there's ever a disaster and I'm the only survivor, oh my god, just imagine. Winner! There's an earthquake that happens. Everyone falls in the quake except for you. Winner! Oh, there's a tsunami and you're the only one floating on a piece of wood. Winner! I should stop. Winner! I imagine myself being that sole survivor in the ruins of Himizawa. Rubble and the bodies of friends lying in the heaps at my feet. It was such an abhorrent sight. Winner! Was it sadder that all my friends had died? Oh, it's just a callback to me. They will come back. Or sadder that I could have died. Oh my god, this is serious. I'm making jokes about being the winner of a bad disaster. I didn't know which, but I'll probably cry a lot. It'll probably break my heart. First, I think I'd stand up on my feet and yell, WINNER! Okay, I'm gonna read seriously now. I apologize. I'm gonna take a drink and I'm gonna stop the jokes. First, I think I cried. And then maybe you would think this. If this was my destiny, then I should have made sure every day before this was fun as possible, so I had no regrets. I didn't want to consider such a horrible event to be my destiny, but I probably would think that. The fun times will end one day, and nobody knows when they will. It makes sense to live each day to the fullest so that if it does happen tomorrow, you don't regret anything. Yeah. It's really hard to think like that. A lot of people take their everyday happiness for granted. They think tomorrow will be the same as today, so they leave things they could do today for tomorrow. They leave the kindness they should have shown today until tomorrow. Rena was unusually cheerful and silly, but right now, she wasn't like that at all. She was taking my trouble seriously. It was a little reassuring. But Keiichi-kun, you realized it. I think that's a wonderful thing. So the unease you have, I think you should keep it close to your heart. Keep my unease? Close? Yes. Everyone... Oh my god! Oh my god! Oh, I don't think that happens in this chapter, but jeez. Yes. Everyone... I'm sorry. Why am I laughing? It's just how blunt it is. I'm sorry. Everyone might die tomorrow in a big catastrophe. You should be really nice to everyone today. So when the end really does come, you don't regret it. Do you do that, Rena? Live like you should have, with no regrets if everyone died tomorrow? Yep. It was such a hyperbolic conversation. But Rena just gave me a nonchalant nod of her head. Rena knows what it's like for the fun times to end overnight. She knows there's no proof tomorrow will be fun, even if today is. My apologies. I'm living life to the fullest. It seemed like Rena perfectly understood the anxiety I couldn't put into words. And on top of that, like a reliable teacher, she showed me what to do. Ooh. Hey, Keiichi Barbara. There's no need to cry now. Last night, I feel like I had a dream about Satoko. I don't remember what kind of dream it was, but ever since this morning, I felt anxious. Because you thought seeing Satoko-chan's energetic face would cheer you up? She was right on the money. If everyone had been there with smiles on their faces this morning, then the part of my heart would have definitely been blown to smithereens. Then, if Satoko-chan arrives, you will have to be nice to her. Actually, it's totally fine if you play your usual pranks on each other. As long as you're having fun. Yeah, you're right. Even if these fun days had come to an end, I had no regrets. I couldn't tell if what Rena told me had been comforting or just made me more anxious. But it was enough to make me think if I saw Satoko again, I'll be honest with her. Lunchtime arrived, with everyone pushing their desks together like always. Satoko wasn't here. Despite that, we had bento boxes for 5 lined up in our desk. Higurashi made a bento for Satoko too.
Was Satoko supposed to be here before lunch?
Higurashi was clearly acting strangely. We were talking to her, but it felt like she was too far away for us too far away to hear us. I've never seen Higurashi so downcast, so the rest of us started feeling down too. Hey Rena, I understood what she said before was pretty well. When we were together, we were supposed to have lots of fun, so we wouldn't have any regrets if the world ended tomorrow. And yet, well, I just resolved myself to do it. Now we can't be all together.
What the hell?
Because it was just so sudden, wasn't it? I mean, yesterday was fun, so who could believe it would all end today? No volcanoes had erupted, and no earthquakes or fires had either. The cicadas were making the same noises like they did yesterday, and the sun remained bright in the sky. It was the same normal day as always. So then, why? As I pondered, Rena's chopsticks reached in front of mine and stole the fried chicken out of my bento.
Damn it, Rena!
If no one else wants it, Rena will take it. Delicious. Rena tossed the entire piece into her house and began munching on it, her expression one of bliss.
I'm such an old man. Rena got a leg up on me. Alright, this old man's taking this bit of steak here.
Meep, all my food is gone except my rice. Rika-chan, also behind the curve, smiled again and went for someone else's bento. As I sat there, dazed at how quickly everyone had changed, Rena sent a week over to me. Come on, Keiichi-kun. Live life to the fullest. That way, if a volcano erupts tomorrow, it'll be okay, Star.
What is up with the volcano erupting? This is serious. I'll be damned if dried plums and rice are the only things I have left for lunch. I'm taking that meatball.
I stuffed the meat into my mouth and constructed a clumsy smile. I played along, as if trying to fool myself. But as I did, it rather became less and less of an act. Satoko wasn't here. Still wasn't here. But at some point, we regained our lively lunchtime. We had fun. We smiled. And we fooled around. Thanks, everyone. This was definitely the best thing to do. This way, when Satoko suddenly dropped by, we could welcome her with our best smiles. The more I smiled, the more I felt the anxiety from this morning clearing away. Wasn't there a proverb that went something like, when fortune Wasn't there a proverb that went something like, fortune comes in by a merry gate?
I think so. If it's true, then this old man will roll around the floor laughing 24/7.
Winona thinks it's true. If you laugh every day, it'll be fun every day. Rena has a way with words.
Then, should we try it out? Everyone took a deep breath and brought their faces together, locking shoulders. And then... Okay, that was a creepy laugh.
Wait, how can I do a normal laugh?
Okay, I can't force a laugh.
Everyone laughs uproariously from their stomachs, trying to laugh out all the bad stuff accumulating in them. By the time our bento boxes were empty, everyone was right as rain.
That was quick. That was a quick part of the chapter. Oh my god. Okay. Should I read the next part? We're only 20 minutes in, and that was quick. Okay. You know what? Let's just read the rest of the school scene. Having heard our friendly bouncer, Tomoko-kun and Okamura-kun walked up and timidly spoke to us.
Excuse me, Maimara-san. Sorry to interrupt your fun, but...
We need your help with something. They grinned dryly and scratched their heads. What could it be? Want to know how to remove the censor bars in porn magazines?
By the way, don't believe what you hear about the butter doing the trick. Total superstition. You can't use an eraser either.
Wait, what?
Seriously? That's not what we're here for, said Tomoko-kun, elbowing Okamura-kun. Actually, our ball got caught in the gutter on the second floor. We were thinking you might be able to reach it since you're tall.
I see. Asking an upperclassman for help comes with its own price, you know.
I'm not cheap. You can't buy me out so easily.
Tomoko and Okamura-kun conversed for a short time, and gave the reply.
We'll give you a right to take a nap during class, Maimara-san. How does that sound?
You have to have a right to do that?
What do you mean? I can sleep during class whenever I want.
Why do I need your permission for it?
Oh no, you can't. The next time you take a nap, we will tell Sensei about it.
I see! How sly!
You little... Where do you learn to bargain like that?
Sorry, it was just a little joke. Come on, Kei-san. It's not... Why not just cave into your underclassmen threats?
And now Mion was getting on my nerves. Suddenly it came to me, and I took Tomoko and Okamura-kun's hands. Alright, I surrender. I'll give you a ball for you, so you give me all the rights in that time. Huh? Okay. Look, Mion, I now have the privilege, but you don't, do you? Tomoko, Okamura-kun, tell on Mion as soon as she falls asleep. Got it.
Yeah!
Rena and Rika-chan began to cackle at Keiichi-kun's victory.
I wasn't sure how the ball managed to get stuck up here, but it planted firmly in the school's building's second floor gutter.
Hand me that stick. I should be able to reach it.
Here we go. I took a bamboo pole and poked the ball with it. Damn! It's hard. Come on.
Oh! He got it! You got it, Maimara-san!
Thank you so much! The ball rolled down the gutter and fell down behind the school building. My underclassmen rode over in that direction, leaving me by myself.
Mission complete, I guess.
Sheesh! There was still a lot of time left until lunch break was over.
Guess I should go back to the classroom. I'll absorb myself in a silly conversation with everyone and wait for the afternoon classes.
But then, I thought that and turned towards the entrance. Someone suddenly called out to me.
Oh, who is it? Oh, Ishii. Oh, why was I so excited to see Ishii? Hello there. Good day. Sorry for bothering you during your lunch break.
It was a middle-aged man I didn't know. Or maybe I passed by him a few times and I seen his face, but I didn't know him. But this half-smile deepened, so that within me shuddered with fear.
Ooh. Here we go. Some shit is about to go down.
There was no basis for that. No reason. But I shuddered. I was somewhat confused about those emotions, not quite understanding them myself. There was one thing I could say, though. Nobody but the teachers and students should be at this school. This person shouldn't have been here. I felt less of a tremble, and more of a sense of dread, like brilliantly colored, poisonous caliper were crawling across my forehead. A feeling of disgust that neither itchy nor gross could describe the frizzly, dreadful hair that rubbed against my brow. I didn't even want to see his face. I wanted to jump backwards and run away. An unpleasant feeling, for which I didn't know the cause. The rest of myself had nothing but questions. Hey, what are you doing? What are you disgusted by? This is the first time you met him. It's rude to hate someone for no reason. No answers were coming. I held my silence, waiting for a damp sweat running down my forehead. When he saw that, Uchi thought maybe he was being intimidating, and gave me a relaxed smile.
Oh, please, excuse me. I'm no one suspicious, I assure you. I'm a Rishi from the Okamiya Police Department. Wait, where did I put my card? What? This is... what?
He fished through various pockets, and then finally found his police ID, and showed it to me, grinning dryly. He may have been trying to use those clumsy-seeming actions to ease my anxiety, but I definitely could say
it didn't work.
Why was I this nervous? There was a reason, of course. If I wanted today to be the same as before, then today wouldn't need someone who hadn't been there back then. The fact that a man who wasn't here yesterday showed up today meant that today would be a different day than those before.
God! Keiichi, stop going through a crisis. It's not... everything is not as suspicious as it is, but it is that suspicious because something suspicious is happening, so you're right, but also wrong.
That would mark the end of the fun and happy days. I gulped and erased that ominous conclusion from my mind. Calm down, Keiichi Maibara. It's just an old guy who looks kind of perverted and came from the police department. Don't go deciding that the fun times are over. He just came here because of his job. Yeah, just for his job. If he's working, then he would normally go to the teacher's lounge, right? The fact that he spoke to me, yes, it must have been to ask where it was. Are you looking for the teacher's lounge? You should go through the entrance, and I didn't want to look at this man for another second, so I started pushing things along. Uji, however, didn't seem to have any interest in the teacher's lounge. He was interested in me.
Oh no. I don't have anything to do there. Can I get you to call a friend of yours? If I may be so bold.
A friend? Who?
A girl. Could you call Satoko Hojan for me? I do not like that face! I do not like that face Uishi is making. I don't know why. It just has so much bad energy to it. God! Like, all of a sudden he looks a lot younger, but also in the old man's body.
My consciousness grew faint, like I was about to pass out. Yes. My anxiety was realized. The dreadful, disgusting cowbell was looking at me, about to crawl into my ear. Its frizzly, dreadful hair was touching my ear cavity. That's how bad it held. What do the police need with Satoko?
No. It's nothing important. I just had 2 or 3 things that I need to ask. I like if you could cooperate with me.
Why? Of all people, was it Satoko? Why would a police officer come here in the middle of the day for something that wasn't important? It's not strange. I could smell it. And it smelled bad. Just like a whiff of it made me want to grimace. I knew that this man couldn't possibly here deliver her lost wallet or anything. I could imagine what he needed from Satoko, but it had to be something unpleasant. My throat stung with a burning pain. Burned like parched, crevice wasteland.
Then drink water.
Or Gatorade. The wasteland broke apart deep in my throat and brought out words from deep in my mind. You may need something from her, but I don't think Satoko needs anything from you.
Why would you say that to a police officer?
You may need something for her, but I don't think Satoko needs anything from you. Could you please leave? Uchi probably didn't expect that reply. He stood there surprised for a few moments. I did as well. I hadn't thought words like that could ever come out of my mouth in front of a police officer, damn it. Things might still work out. No, oh god. Why would you say this? This guy may have shown up out of the blue, but if I drove him off, maybe I could make it so that it never happened. If I could do that, then I could get back. The peace we had until yesterday, I'd get it back.
Well, you sure are swift. Are you Satoko-chan's manager, perhaps? Can I not see her without an appointment?
If you just want to talk to her, shouldn't you just call her? Barging into school in the middle of the day isn't normal.
Breaking through a dam would have been more...
breaking through a dam would have been a more perfect analogy to use. Why didn't I like this man? This man shouldn't have been here. I need to make sure this man wasn't here. Childish, selfless emotion bubbled from the depths of my mind, and they came out from my mouth just as been formed. Not liking this guy was my own problem, but to just say things so bluntly to him, even I thought it was crazy.
Ah, you're the logical sort, aren't you? I'm not too good with people who talk like that.
Uchi grinned and scratched at his sweaty throat. Even as he feigned stupidity, I could tell he was irritated. Hey, Keiichi, why am I looking for a fight with this old policeman here? It's not like he brought the gift of misfortune with him, all wrapped in paper, right? Right.
It wasn't like he brought a package of misfortune with him and was asking me to sign here, please.
Rationally speaking, I understood all that. So then, why was I so... Finally, I asked Uchi in our game of silence, and he gave me a big sigh. Then he addressed a few of my female underclassmen running around nearby.
Oh, excuse me, all of you. You have a moment? I'd like to call Satoko Hojo-san if you could.
My underclassmen tried to smile in reply, but they noticed the oddly stiff air atmosphere around me and seemed hesitant to give a quick answer.
Is she not here? Satoko Hojo-san?
Satoko Hojo-san. She stayed home today.
Why are the faces of Ouija so terrifying? This gives also bad energy. Oh, my voice is cracking.
Oh, my voice is not cracked ever since I was like 12 years old. And yes, my voice started cracking when I was 10, so I don't have voice cracks that much anymore. Well, I probably have it a lot and I don't realize that. His face remained smiling, but his tone was clearly one of ill humor. Such conspicuous spite caused my underclassmen who had answered honestly to cringe in fear.
I see. Dear me. I'm quite unlucky.
He was smiling broadly, but the way he laughed didn't make me feel better at all. When he noticed that his laughter wasn't getting anyone else to laugh with him, he immediately stopped.
So, you girls, can you tell me the name of this boy here?
He grabbed the girls by the shoulders so they wouldn't run away, and crouched down to address them at eye level. The girls flinched with a sharp, piercing light in his eyes. In exchange for the release, they didn't resist and told him my name.
I see. Keiichi Maibaro-san, is that it?
He said my full name. That was all he said, and yet I couldn't help but shudder. It was like he grabbed me by the collar with those words.
Oh, could it be the son of my Maibaro family I heard so much about? I hear your father is a renowned artist. His work go on display twice a year in the Great Arakake exhibition in Tokyo Dotei. I don't know what sort of fantastic pictures he creates, though. Then there's your mother. She seems intelligent, too. I heard she was a high academic achiever. She went to some girls' university, didn't she? It's amazing for someone her age to graduate from a girls' university. Could your mother actually be the daughter of a respectable family? At least, there are rumors to say that she's a cold person because of it. Did you know that? She only went to the very first neighborhood association meeting, right? That's certainly no good. You can't disrespect your neighbors in a place like this.
A sense of eeriness slithered up my spine. That was my first experience of true terror. I couldn't believe it felt this terrible, for someone you just met to know everything about you already. I wish he clamped down on my shoulders and brought his eyes to peer into mine. In a place like this, it would far be better not to make enemies, wouldn't it? If not. I wish he dug into my shoulders with inhuman strength. Then if something unexpected were to happen, then you might see some drawbacks. Have you ever heard of karma? It's like a little butterfly flapping with wings can cause a tornado. Grudges born in strange places could come back to you in ways you wouldn't believe. You wouldn't like that, would you? Nobody wants a grudge held against them. There's nothing positive about making enemies. Huh. What's the matter? Your shoulders are very stiff. Should I give you a massage? See? Feels good, right? Oh, ow, ow, ow! This man wasn't just strong. It was like he knew exactly where to press to make me feel pain. Only 4 or 5 of his fingers were on my shoulders, and yet the pain made me want to bend over backwards. A few of the girls from my class were pretty shaken up, but didn't seem to want to help me. They weren't sure if they should go call a teacher. As for me, I couldn't take the time to wait until the teacher got here. It hurts. Would you mind leaving things at that? You're hurting. Oh, wait, who's that? Would you mind leaving things at that? You're hurting him.
Oh my god! Okay, I think this is the character we see more of in the anime. The good side of him rather than the weird side of him.
Behind Oishi-san, someone, to my disbelief, it was Coach.
Oh my. If it isn't Dr. Ari. It's only hasn't been a while since we were last in touch.
Discomforted by Coach's sudden appearance, Oishi laughed scornfully. The vise on my shoulder, however, remained as strong as ever. Never mind the greetings. Please, let go of my Baru-kun. Uchi smiled daringly and glared straight at Coach. He didn't release me in the meantime, of course.
I was just thinking about stopping by your place later, Doctor. You are seem to be busy and we can never have a good chat.
Yes. If you want, I'll chat with you all you like. But please, be sure to have a warrant first. After all, otherwise, I could refuse to go voluntarily into question. Coach didn't display a shred of weird behavior he's shown at the baseball game and barbecue. He stared steadily at Oishi and fought so that he would release me. His chances were entirely bad, of course. Compared to the relaxed Oishi, Coach seemed like he was being defeated mentally. It made sense. Coach had somewhat a narrow structure, but Oishi's body was packed with muscles and fat.
I'm joking, I'm sorry.
It wasn't even a contest. But Coach was fighting for me without taking a step back. As a strap formed on his face, though he paled, he was fighting for my sake. Suddenly, Uchi laughed to let go of my shoulders. My body exhausted, I fell right onto my backside.
My Baru-kun!
Oh, my Baru-kun, are you alright? Damn it! Oh! I rubbed my shoulders where Uchi had latched onto them. The pain from falling over went away quickly, but the pain was lingering. Are you alright, my Baru-kun? This is terrible.
Shit! Oh! I was just giving a little massage. My Baru-san, aren't you over-exaggerating a bit? Boys gotta learn to man up. I was just one.
I wanted to retort, but I couldn't think of anything witty. Can you lift your shoulders? Are they in pain? If you're really hurt, then you should have a proper checkup. Let's go to the nurse's office. Coach led me his shoulder and walked beside me.
What an exaggeration. I'd be the last person to do any sort of permanent damage, right? I'm still the active police officer, you know?
Come. I don't know what you needed to be here for, but if you're finished, then please leave. I'm going to complain about this directly to the chief, so please keep that in mind.
Oh, that's a problem, ain't it?
Ooh. Oishi-san waved his hand sarcastically, pivoted around, and headed back to the car parked by the school gates. Without turning back around, he got in and started the engine. Damn it! Who the hell was he? Damn it! He's a detective named Kurado Oishi, and a hooligan. Everyone in the village hates him. Mibara-san, you should be careful too. Kurado Oishi. Just like I thought. My gut instinct wasn't wrong. He'll be the one to bring in happiness, misfortune, something that will ruin our peace. Shit! I won't accept it. All these fun days can't possibly end just because some guy like him showed up. I won't accept it. Coach seemed to be familiar with the school, so we brought me to the nurse's office without much trouble. The girls from my class came along as well, looking worried. Our teacher and the principal, having noticed the disturbance, came to see what was the matter. Amara-kun! What's wrong? Are you hurt? Well, there was this weird man in the schoolyard just now, and Mibara-san... Oh, okay. That was the little girls. Well, there was a weird man in the school hall just now, and Mibara-san... Coach gently interrupted the girls, trying to explain. No, it looks like he just fell and twisted something. I think he's alright, but I wanted to make sure. If it's fine with you, I'll borrow the nurse's office for a bit. Please do, Dr. Irie. The principal gave me a deep bow. It looked like Coach was acquainted with an adult at school. He slid open the doors to the nurse's office, but there wasn't a nurse in there or anything. I figured. I'd never seen anyone but Chai-sensei and the principal working here. Coach didn't seem to mind the fact there was no nurse and quickly made his way into the nurse's office. He instructed me to sit down and started washing his hands in the sink. Oh, I get it. He's the coach for the boys' baseball team. He must be pretty used to treating wounds with first aid. He's a doctor! Didn't Oishi just say Dr. Irie? God, Keiichi's an idiot. Could you show me where it was? Are you still in pain? No. It doesn't hurt that much at all anymore. I'm fine, really. I rolled up my shirt and showed him my shoulder. No bruise, not even nail marks. And yet it hurt so much, I thought my shoulders would be crushed. Even the pain disappeared without a trace. It hurt so much, but there isn't even a single bruise. It just means he's used to doing that. Used to it? Huh. The next time you meet, don't provoke him. Nothing good will come out of making him angry. If you go home with a uniformed policeman by your side, your family won't like that, would they? Well, you're right. Still, what happened? Why did you end up in a fight with him? He came up and said he needed something from Satoko. Huh? Satoko-chan? Coach's gaze lowered and the expression clouded a bit. Somehow that gesture seemed to be saying that Oishi was bound to come to Satoko, and did. And that was no laughing matter. Coach fell silent in thought. Quietly, he took a compress out of the first aid kit and put it on me. Does he still plan on cleaning the Satoko-chan? He's a persistent man. I'll give him that, like a snake. Coach mumbled to himself. Clean? Does that Oishi guy go to Satoko's place a lot? Coach didn't answer, but the lack of denial served well enough. What on earth did the policeman, probably a detective or something, need from Satoko? What mistake had led to a detective to cling to the sweetly smiling Satoko? Mibara-san. Oh, right. You just moved here, didn't you? Yeah, I did, but... Have you heard anything about Oishi-osama's curse? And about Satoko-chan? Well, I knew a few things about it, certainly. Satoko's parents were damn... Oh, I'm going into a totally different voice for, Irie-san. 1 second. Satoko's parents were damn proponents, and their accidental death was because of the curse. Oh, wait. Oh, that's Keiichi. Satoko's parents were damn proponents, and their accidental death was because of the curse. You mean that? Coach smiled thinly and dryly. So you know, he said, dropping his gaze. If I recall correctly, there was an accident on a viewing platform at a public park she had gone to with her family, and her parents died. And then, it was just big brother and little sister. And then she was with Rika-chan Nan. When they lost their parents. Oh, wait. Oh, okay. That's Irene then. When they lost their parents, Satoko-chan and her brother, Satoshi-kun, were given to their uncle and his wife to take care of them. Oh, is that so? Their parents died in the accident and Satoshi ran away, leaving only Satoko to start living with Rika-chan. I know that much, but this was the first time I heard that they'd been brought to their uncle and aunt. Their uncle was Satoko-chan's father's younger brother. Unfortunately, neither the couple were people deserving of respect. Coach Noe picked his words politely, so when he came out and said they didn't deserve respect, it certainly made me wonder what kind of people they were. As soon as Satoko-chan's parents came out and supported the dam, their uncle and aunt took on a lot of shame in the village as well. They would never welcome in Satoko and Satoshi-kun. I heard that for the siblings, it was really rough life. Bit by bit, Coach told me about the numerous agonies that the Hojo siblings had suffered at their uncle's house. As their guardians, their aunt and uncle sucked up everything belonging to their immediate family. Satoko and Satoshi were crammed in a small room, and their lives were laid with things invisible for both their bodies and minds. In the first place, since apparently their aunt and uncle were on good terms, there was no end to their fighting. And as if in revenge for that, whenever they saw Satoko and Satoshi's face, they would always find fault in them, scold them, yell at them, strike them, and take away meals as punishment. I still shudder to think about it. You've never known any Satoko but the energetic and healthy one now, but you probably couldn't imagine her face being so deathly pale, a girl always standing in dazed shade of the trees. I couldn't imagine it. I didn't want to. That's how I honestly felt. But at the very least, Satoko wasn't like that anymore. She may have a miserable life in the past, but it was different now. Something happened to change that life. Last year, on the night of the Tatarigoroshi festival, their aunt died. She was beaten to death with a baseball bat by a drug addict. Rumors spread of the curse having killed the enemy of the village on the night of the festival. This death wasn't a simple homicide either. They whispered that it was actually Oshiro-sama's curse. A few days later, the deviant was arrested for drug use and confessed to further offenses, and the incident was resolved. However, though it was resolved, no one knew whether the part about it being Oshiro-sama's curse was true or not. Their uncle was a part of Himizawa after all. He certainly grew incredibly frightened of Oshiro-sama's curse and went into hiding. From what I heard, he's staying with a lover somewhere in Okamiya. And Satoko and Satoshi? Were they released? Their aunt died, and their uncle fled. There was nobody left to torment the siblings then, but as if picking up their torch, that man started showing up with alarming tenacity. That man? Then Coach lowered his voice, just a bit as being aware of his surroundings. I mean, Oishi. Oishi? The guy from before? The events that just occurred came back to me. The hard to describe honest sensation I felt from him came back to me. He's a little strange. The change of incidents surrounding Oshio's curse may have all been solved, and yet he alone doesn't want to accept that. Accept it? The incidents were all solved, and the detective supposedly with the police department didn't accept that? People say something bad will surely happen to those he gets close to. In Himizawa, they think Oishi is Oshio-sama's...
Kei-chan!
Oishi Oshiro-sama's curse?
The door flew open with a rattle, and Mion came rushing in. Rena and Rika came in running a few steps behind her, and then Tomoto-kun, Okamura-kun, and a few more of our classmates.
Kei-san! Did Oishi do something to you? Are you hurt?
Calm down, Mion-san. He's not injured. Only give him a compress just in case.
Keiichi-kun, are you really okay? Okay? Everyone was saying stuff about you being strangled.
Calm down, Rena. He just squeezed my shoulders really hard. See? It's not even a bruise. Meep.
Jeez, what the heck were you all doing? We're friends, right? Why are you just standing around? Why didn't you help Kei-chan?
We're sorry, President. Mion yelled at our classmates, baring her fangs. Tomoku and the others hung their heads in silence. Quit it, Mion. Tomoku and the others weren't even there. Stop blaming them.
Damn it! Oishi!
Mion kicked the floor with her heel a few times, and her temper running hot. Our teacher, overhearing the commotion, arrived as well. Hey, come on, everyone. Don't make so much noise in the nurse's office. President, take everyone and leave, please. Come on, everyone. Let's get going. Keiichi-kun is fine. You too, Mi-chan. Mion was letting her emotions get the best of her, so Rena stepped in and let everyone out of the nurse's office. The detective from Okonomiya Station, Kurata Uishi. It looked like the first impression I'd gotten from him hadn't been mistaken. Satoko's aspens have amplified the vague apprehensions I felt since yesterday, and Uishi's appearance basically sealed the deal. Alright, I'll get going. I originally came here for Chie-sensei. Ah, so you had something to do here. Sorry for causing you so much trouble. Don't be so humble, he said, smiling easily. There's a lot of bubbles in my chest. I apologize. I'm burping a lot in this end of the chapter. I think this is the end of the chapter, too, so I'm going to sign off after this. There's a side benefit to all this. I was lucky enough to experience so much of your soft, silky... God! Why? Why? Why are you so creepy and yet also at the same time an okay character? You're okay up until you do this shit. Who? With the usual approach anyway, parting words, he instead continued. Please excuse me. You weren't wounded badly, so please avoid putting pressure on your shoulders or anything on those lines. If you get a high fever or if it starts to swell, contact me right away, okay? I don't think it would happen though. Oh, that's right, Coach. Before everyone came in, you said you were going to say something. About what people think Oishi is or Shio-sama. He was about to leave the nurse's office. Coach placed a hand on the door and stopped. Right. They think he's Orisho-sama's servant. You're just bad-mouthing him or so. Orishio-sama's servant? Do you know about the serial freak death incidents that occur in Himizawa every year on the night of the Tanagashi Festival? Or otherwise known as Orishio-sama's curse? What? Freak deaths? What? Now that I thought about it, I did seem to remember overhearing Mion or someone in class talking about it like a ghost story. Probably a classmate. On the festival day in June, one person will always die. And another person will be spirited away. But they seem to call it demon in the way here. What a fine story that was. I figured they made it up to scare me, but... it was true? I don't have any idea who first suggested this, but at some point, everyone started calling Oishi Oishio-sama's servant. Why? Because the rumors go that he decides the sacrifices for the curse every year. Whenever June came around, Oishi would start paying frequent visits to Himizawa. Because Oishi had persistently questioning people most of the... That was loud, I apologize. Because Oishi had been persistently questioning about most of the dead or disappeared people, 4 years ago, it was known that the victims of dismembered, rumored to be the sacrifice, had been seen Oishi numerous times before leading up to the incident. The sacrifices 3 years ago were Satoko's parents. Right before their accidental deaths, Oishi had apparently visited their home. The one who disappeared 2 years ago was Rika-chan's mother. And again, people know that before she vanished, Oishi had been talking to her extremely frequently. The one who disappeared last year, Satoko's older brother, Satoshi. Satoshi too had apparently been approached by Oishi many times before he vanished. And then this year, this time, Oishi was trying to contact Satoko. This isn't a fucking joke. There are rumors, my Baro-san. There's just some more rumors to that effect. Okay, sorry, I had to adjust my headphones. I hadn't said that because of the rumors. Oishi was being Oshima-sama's servant, or is contacting as someone foreshadowing who will be sacrificed that year. It was because the honest hatred I felt towards Oishi was becoming more substantiated, more real. Today, Satoko, she was absent today, wasn't she? Wait, really? That looked like news coach. I thought he might have known why Satoko was absent today, but then I'll get going. You should go back to the others and put their minds at ease. You're right. I will. Clatter. Coach left the nurse's office and headed towards the teacher's lounge.
And that's the end of the chapter.
Oh man! The setup they're putting with Oishi, like the setup Oishi's being put up to, is great. I really love that whole setup they're building on Oishi, the mystery of Oishi. Research nurse and Oishi's post memo. Okay, let's go ahead and do some of that. Okay, research notes and yeah, let's go ahead and do these real quick and then end the episode. I forgot about the tips. Wow, how did I forget about the tips? The Hojo family. Every year, Oshiro-sama's curse claims 2 victims. This means that, with 4 years in a row, there's been 8 now, but as otherwise note, half of them have been members of this family. Note, the curse on the second year, a certain falling accident, involved in the death of Hojo, Dan Proponent, and the disappearance of his wife. She was pronounced dead the following year after being considered to have been vanished out of perilous circumstances. The curse on the 4th year involved the death of Hojo's sibling's aunt, who was then their foster mother, and the disappearance of the elder brother. The Hojo family is a poor one, and it's hard to say Mr. Hojo's job went really well. Very well. Apparently, upon re-employment via family connections, there was a plan for them to return to the home of the mother side of the family. For Mr. Hojo, the eviction due to the Himizawa Dam project and the payment of a large amount of compensation money was essentially a windfall. Mr. Hojo aggressively accepted the Ministry of Construction's negotiations from an early stage and selected others from Himizawa who were also dam proponents. It was rumored he had been bought out by the Ministry of Construction for doing so, but the truth is unknown. However, the dam's proponents were vastly outnumbered and minority. In addition, the Sonozaki family strengthened its own foundation and promised support against the dam. All the proponents to save for Mr. Hojo switched over to the anti-dam side. At this point, Himizawa was completely united against the dam, and Mr. Hojo was held up to the ridicule as a stooge of the dam's proponents. He was, essentially, used as a scapegoat for the anti-dam coalition. In the end, the dam project collapsed with Oshiro-sama's curse and the dismemberment incident. However, the punishment towards the bitter enemies supporting the dam project continues to this day. There are not many left today who supported the dam project, nor who had a negative reputation at the time. If there was any candidates left for the curse, it's the husband of the housewife who had been beaten to death last year, Teppei Hojo, and Mr. Hojo's daughter, Satoko Hojo. Strangely, these are the only candidates left. Will this year's curse come down to the 2 of them? There is more than enough value in observing them both. Ooh! Why did a feather come out of my hands when I clapped them? Did anyone else see that? Or am I going crazy? Alright, let's read the last post memo, and I probably need to take a quick sleep before I do anything else. Wow, I thought I saw a feather fall on my hands. To Oishi-san. There was a call from you from Section Force Chief Shigeharu. Apparently, the slaughtered corpse in the Okuyakawa River is related to the S Group, as we thought. We're still verifying what happened behind the scenes, but apparently the deceased filled up dozens of self-created fictional bank accounts to their limits with money from the S Group, reaching to around 100 million yen. S Group. Sonozaki Group? It appears there were 3 or 4 men with former S Group connections involved in this. They've already disappeared along with millions of yen. The deceased was tortured on that point for information that she was clearly saw her as an example to others. There are apparently some real wizards chasing down the people who disappeared. They are also spreading letters related to the Yakuza groups not to harbor them. There's still evidence that Teppei Hojo is one of those people. From what Chief Shigeharu has seen, nothing's been announced. For such a dependent, the man wasn't trusted at all. Teppei Hojo has left the apartment in Okamiya and has returned to his former residence in Himizawa.
Teppei Hojo returned back to Himizawa, guys. That's not good for Satoko. I feel bad for Satoko. Well, okay, out of all the characters in Higurashi, Satoko I feel the worst for because she's so... I really like her character. Like, even though she can slightly be bratty, she's still a good character, but her story's really dark. But we won't go into Satoko Hojo's story until next time. Leave a like, leave a comment, and I'll see you all next time. I'll see you all